Thermodynamics. The branch of physics concerned with heat and temperature and their relation to energy and work. Heat transfer. The movement of thermal energy from one object to another of different temperature. Phase change. A transition of matter from one state, solid, liquid, gas, to another. Thermal expansion. The tendency of matter to change in volume in response to a change in temperature. Specific heat. The amount of heat per unit mass required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Absolute zero. The lowest possible temperature where nothing could be colder and no heat energy remains in a substance. Calorimetry equipment, instruments used to measure the amount of heat involved in a chemical or physical process. Ideal gas A, theoretical gas, composed of many randomly moving point particles that interact only through elastic collisions. Newton's law of cooling describes the rate of heat loss of a body is proportional to the difference in temperatures between the body and its surroundings. Heat capacity. The quantity of heat required to change a system's temperature by 1 degree. Thermal conductivity. A material's ability to conduct heat. Linear expansion. Expansion of an object in only one dimension as a result of temperature increase. Surface expansion. The expansion of a material's surface area due to heat. Volume expansion. The increase in volume of substances in response to a temperature increase. Heat engine A system that converts heat or thermal energy to mechanical work. Thermophysical properties. The physical properties of materials that affect their ability to conduct heat, including thermal conductivity and specific heat. Radiative heat transfer through electromagnetic radiation, such as infrared. Conduction heat transfer through a solid material from high to low temperature areas. Convection heat transfer in fluids, where warmer parts of the fluid rise and cooler parts sink. Latent heat. The heat required for a substance to undergo a phase change without changing temperature. Sensible heat. The heat added to or removed from a substance that results in a temperature change. Thermal equilibrium. The state in which two bodies in physical contact with each other have identical temperatures. Thermal radiation generated by the thermal motion of charged particles in matter. Thermoelectric effect. The direct conversion of temperature differences to electric voltage and vice versa. Heat flow. The transfer of heat from a high temperature region to a lower temperature region. Heat conductance. The rate at which heat passes through a material. Expansion coefficient. The ratio of the change in length, area or volume of an object to its temperature change. Thermal inertia. The property of a material that determines the rate at which it changes temperature. Thermal gradient. The rate of temperature change in a material with respect to distance. Thermomechanical stress. Stress in a material due to temperature-induced expansion or contraction differences.